Wrestling is now, fans. I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Heart Attack was a great way for Wrestling is Now to kick off the year 2024. We begin with a triple threat pre-show match as we saw Nasty Ned. All apologies if I got the name wrong, but that's not the same Nasty Ned who wrestled in WCW, versus Jay Outcast, or was it Jay Hernandez, versus Big Ant Gracia. Gracia was really showcased in this match, and he pinned both Jay and Ned. Again, all apologies, I got that name wrong. In 1 minute 47 seconds. First match of the main show, we see Ellis Taylor take on the Man Bun Jesus in a pretty good opening matchup for the main show, and crowd was hot and heavy for this one. And by the way, I don't think the crowd was as big as it was for New York wins back in December. Okay. Great opening match, as I said, between these guys, which saw the Man Bun Jesus defeat Ellis Taylor in 5 minutes 39 seconds. Hey. Okay. Next up in another singles matchup, we see The Smoke Show. Ricky Smokes, accompanied to the ring by two guys who I don't know if even got an introduction for the ring announcer. As Smokes took on El Jefe, Adrian Santos, who had a woman in his corner this time. He had a few guys with him back in December. A lot of outside interference, a lot of outside chicanery out on the floor with the woman in Santos' corner and the two men in Smokes' corner. Can't remember how this one ended, but El Jefe Adrian Santos defeated Ricky Smokes in 7 minutes 7 seconds. And I don't know if anyone can clear this up. Adrian Santos, did he wrestle as Cholo as well as Magma in Fighting Spirit Wrestling? Sure looks like him, I'll say that. Up next was the first title match of the night, as we saw the new backseats, JP and Tommy Grayson, versus the Unit, OG Trigger, and I forgot his partner's name, accompanied to the ring by Shannon Levangie, versus Ian and Eric Gordon, the Gordon brothers, accompanied by Greg Jones, versus the Slime Balls, Tommy Rat and Sage Chance. Hot and heavy action in this four-way match for the Tag Team Championship. And we eventually saw the Unit defeat the new backseats, or the Backseat Boys, the Gordon Brothers, and the Slime Balls at 6 minutes 11 seconds to become the new Wrestling is Now Tag Team Champions. And I believe this is now, the third or fourth show in a row the Tag Team Championship has changed? It seems like every time a team wins the belt, it's like the next show they don't successfully defend. Slime Balls only won the belts back in December, and there was no show in January. All right. Up next was supposed to be a four-way matchup, as we're seeing David Goldie versus Brandon Downey versus Wet Brett Waters versus a man whose name I did not get. All apologies. I didn't even time this matchup, but eventually the lights in the building go out, and out comes PJ Stackpole, Ian Aldwin, Cyrus DeVille, and AJ Spectre, collectively known as The End. And Stackpole was on the microphone, and he was talking about the SAT, and he said to these four men in the ring, we can have a six-man tag team match, and also Stackpole putting the bad mouth on bad promoters, even on Joe, as well as namely Joel Maximo. And Stackpole said, you guys can have a six-man tag against The End right now, or if you're smart, you can just leave the ring right now. David Goldie actually, he shook hands with Aldwin, Spectre, and Cyrus and left the ring. And we had a six-man tag, which saw Brandon Downey, Wet Brett Waters, and the nameless guy who I didn't get, as they had a six-man face The End right then and there. And at 3 minutes, 40 seconds, The End defeated Brandon Downey, Wet Brett Waters, and the other man whose name I did not get. Okay, now at that point, Stackpole called out Joel Maximo. He's coming to the ring, and he comes to the ring, but then all of a sudden, Jose and Will Maximo come from the other side, along with Skills, the greatest, and the Skills went after Stackpole while the Maximos, they cleaned house in the ring. Joel took the microphone, and he said that, the microphone, and he said that they'll face The End at the next show. Now, although they went to intermission at this point in time, I forgot to mention this before the first match of the main show. The main show actually started out with a promo by the cause of it all, Joey Conway, who was in the ring with Steve Pena. Conway, putting the bad mouth on the SAT. They come out, and I think Conway and one of the Maximals made some kind of a deal that if Conway retains the championship, he would get to have his own show or something. I don't know what the deal was. But from there we resumed the show. For some reason, it took a while to get the second half ready, because I don't know if the talent had to get to the back or what the problem was. Wow. No. Okay, well, the show resumes as we see Crowbar challenging the Feral Face, not Dirk Benedict, for the Invitational Championship. Face ends up winning the match, defeating Crowbar at 10 minutes, 10 seconds. It was very competitive. And then, I don't know somebody puked in the ring, and it got all over the mat. And they had to get spray, and I forgot what else they used to clean it up. And I'm thinking to myself, they should just open the doors and air out the room. Okay. But out comes Ray Jazz, who we mostly see in Outlaw Wrestling, and he said he was going to take. And they said he wasn't just there to win titles; he said he was there to take over. And he said he plans on starting with Face. Next was going to be a tag team match. Big Body Bess and PJ Savage were supposed to face Steve Pena and Hamlet Hurts You. PJ Savage was accompanied to the ring by Man of Steel Mike Verna. And Savage, I don't know what the problem was, but they ended up saying, let's have a triple threat match right then and there. And a great matchup which saw PJ Savage defeat Steve Pena and Hamlet Hurts You at 8 minutes 52 seconds. After the match ended, Verna had taken the microphone and he said that the next show, which is Saturday night, April the 20th, he says it's going to be a Royal Rumble match where the winner will get the shot at the heavyweight championship, and that PJ Savage will be one of the participants. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. And then it was time for the main event as Ace Romero, accompanied by the new tag team champions, the Unit and Shannon Levangie. Romero challenged the cause of it all, Joey Conway, for the heavyweight championship. Conway accompanied by Steve Pena, and I guess now Hamlet Hurts You is a part of that group now, along with Slime Balls. Quite a match these two guys were having, and eventually Conway pins Romero at 14 minutes 36 seconds with the 450 splash from the top rope. But near the end, it was chaotic with Pena, Hurts, Hamlet, Unit, and Shannon Levangie getting involved. At one point, Unit and Levangie, they attacked Conway in the ring. But then all hell was breaking loose as, let's see, PJ Savage came out. Who else came out at that time? Adrian Santos, The End. I forgot who else was out there, but having like a Pier 6 brawl to end the show. And I forgot what they ended up saying, and quite a way to end this show. Great night of wrestling. Okay, personal notes time. Well, great seeing Joe Carson. Joe, did you leave before the show ended? I didn't really see you through most of the show. You were sitting front row right near me. Great seeing Ariana, Chrissy, Francisco, Michael, can't remember his last name right now. James McGrady, Stella, who was working the door. James McGrady, as I mentioned. Suntan. And what else can I remember seeing here? I gotta say, that lighting in the building was really blinding. I could blind somebody. Not to sound like the song Blinded by the Light, but come on. I could hurt somebody's eyesight there. Okay? Well, we have a memorable quote. Sir, please do not reproduce. PJ Stackpole, to that one fan in the crowd, takes wrestling way too seriously. Okay, I mentioned that somebody puked in the ring on the mat during the face crowbar matchup. Well, As mentioned earlier, wrestling is now returns on Saturday night, April 20th. Yeah, 420. As they present Winner's Circle. And as Mike Verna had already given away, there's going to be a Royal Rumble match where the winner will get a shot at the Heavyweight Championship. It looks like the SAT, all three Maximos, Jose, Joel, and Will take on the End, Ian Aldwin, Cyrus DeVille, and AJ Spectre. Don't know who I'd like to see the new tag team champions, the Unit face. Crap, what else can I see here? I think I got plenty of time to work on the show, obviously. I mean, they probably got somebody lined up because they had Lindsay Dorado there back in December. Maybe that's why there was a big crowd for December's show, because December's crowd seemed a little bigger. And once again, why was there only like a few rows of chairs on one side of the room instead of having chairs all the way to the back? I don't get that, folks. Yeah, as I said, it was a good night of wrestling, of course. It was a good promotion. But, like I said, be interesting to see where everything goes from here. And maybe some surprises in this Royal Rumble match at Winner's Circle Saturday, April 20th. Alright? Damn it, I know, I get stumped a lot. Christy and Ariana, I sure hope there'll come a day that the two of you will do one of these videos with me someday after a show. Hear your expertise on some of these things. Love to hear, love to have someone with me to chime in from time to time about these shows after they're done. Woo, la 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 la. Is there anything else to go over? Oh, I forgot, Dream World was supposed to debut, and I guess he didn't show up. I don't know what went wrong there. Okay. All right. I guess that'll do it here. Heart Attack, very good event. Kickoff 2024. Winner's Circle, April 20th. Should be pretty good. W.I.N. 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 W.I.N.